Braking too much without the clutch is going to make you stall. Okay, and this whole video is going to be about that because one of my students was just finding it a bit tricky this week, and I've drawn some pictures about this, and I'm going to explain very carefully about what this means, and I'm going to be doing some cool like visuals like this, okay, which is the gauge, the speed gauge. Okay, now I call it the dog walker. So if you are to brake without the clutch underneath a certain amount of speed, the car is going to be fighting you to drive, okay? So if you brake too much in a very low gear, it's going to be trying to keep going. You're going to be holding back almost like a really powerful dog on a lead. You're holding it back going, no, no, no. And the car's like, I really want to go. I really want to go. And then basically you'll either stall at this point because you're braking too much and the car's not capable of going that slow, or you'll release the brake and then you've got this crazy amount of energy behind the car and you are going to go like a bullet out of a gun. So I'm going to talk about this in lots of depth. Every gear has a lowest point of resting, okay? And that's called the overrun. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is trying to do like a gauge like this. So let's just say you got the car moving and we had like successfully moved off in first gear and there's no one around, and then we just take our feet off everything, okay? And we're successfully in first. The car, let's just say this is how fast you can go. So this is like miles per hour and you can go really, really quick. If you just came off the speed and let it just go by itself, the car would then rest. It depends on your car, but around 3 to 5 miles an hour because you're in first. So you would just travel at 3 to 5 miles an hour without pressing anything, okay? Now you could use the gas pedal at this stage and go faster, yeah, but if you come off everything and you don't press the gas anymore, the car will eventually then just rest again at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. So it won't stop or anything. If you come off everything, it won't stop. It will just be resting at about 3 to 5, and you'll just carry on for however long you want. You could go to Scotland like that if you wanted to, if you weren't going to get into any trouble, right? Because you're not going to stop unless you use the brake, okay? This is 0, and this is the overrun when you're not pressing anything in first, which is about 3 to 5. But first gear's capabilities can go a lot higher than that. So this means that when you get to the overrun section, which is that bit there, so you could use first gear up to like, I don't know, 15 to 20, the car will feel like it's going to explode, but you could use the gas up to that amount. It would sound horrific. I'm taking it up to the maximum. But that means that you could brake all the way down to, depending on your car, 3 to 5. But if you want to go slower than that, you must put the clutch down. You cannot brake any lower than the overrun. The resting point of gear 1 is going to be 3 to 5 miles an hour, and that is its lowest point. If you want to brake any more in this realm, you must put the clutch down, because otherwise you are going to stall. The car is not capable of going slower than 3 to 5 miles an hour, okay? So if you've started the car, yeah, you've successfully moved off in first, you've used the gas up to 15 to 20, the car sounds like it's going to explode. You come off the gas and then you can brake it, near to 5 miles an hour, clutch down, braking, stop for the traffic lights, stop for the roundabout, stop for the traffic jam. Then moving off again successfully with clutch control, moving up and then using first gear, yeah, and then obviously you may change up the gears. So another visual on that. First gear, that's its overrun, okay? So 3 to 5 miles an hour, it depends on your car, okay? Depends on your car. But when you don't press anything at all, nothing at all, the car will rest at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. If you are to brake here, you will stall if you don't have the clutch down. You cannot brake without the clutch in the black bit. You could use first gear, perhaps up to 20 with it, which is the max. I mean, it would literally sound like it's going to explode. It's too fast, yeah. The gear would be screaming at you, but I'm just trying to talk about the max. So you can brake from here all the way down until you get to 3 to 5, and then you must have the clutch down. All right. If you try and brake when you're in this area, so underneath 3 to 5, underneath there, you are either going to have the car stall on you, or you're going to have that pent up energy. The car's going like this, like you've got a dog on the end of the lead trying to get away. You're either going to stall, or the car's just, when you come off the brake, it will just erupt with speed and it will go really fast. And the reason why I call it the dog walker is because when you see humans and the dog is blatantly just walking the human, so I call it the dog walker. You've got the dog walker. You need to put the clutch down, yeah? We need to gain control. We need to metaphorically pull back on the lead and gain control of our car here. So we need to go brake on clutch down, and very likely need to change down because you're going too fast for the situation that you're in. And this happens with all the gears. If you get yourself moving in second gear, yeah, and you've got yourself moving, yeah, you could maybe take second gear right up to, what have I said on here? 35. Look, this is me going a bit bonkers. I mean, the car would sound like it's going to explode. Okay, we don't want to take it up that far. I'm just trying to like give you like an understanding, yeah. We would... the car would sound like it was going to explode, okay? But anyway, so you could move off and get yourself successfully into second. And if you came off everything, if you just came off everything, the car would rest at about, what have I said on this one? 7 to 11. It depends on your car. It depends on your car. But if you come off everything, you're going to be in some sort of realm of like 7 to 11. Okay, and you could just, without pressing anything, you would just continue at 7 to 11, depending on what your car is up to, yeah? So you've got it in second now, and you've got a little bit more, and you're mooching along, nothing's going on. You could use the gas and use second gear way more. Yeah, what did I say? You could take it up to 35, yeah? Screaming car. But you could use the gas up to there, right? Then you can brake all the way down to 7 to 11, depending on your car. And then this bit, the black bit, you must put the clutch down, otherwise you are going to stall. So you could brake, clutch down near 11 whilst you're braking to either stop the car for the traffic light or the parked car or the traffic jam, whatever, yeah? Or you change down to the lower gear at this stage for the sharp turn, for the closed T-junction, yeah? But you have to have your clutch down in that bit. Otherwise, you're going to have the dog walker or you're going to stall, yeah? And it happens with all the gears. It's going to happen in third. If you've got the car successfully moving in third, yeah, then it's going to have a higher overrun. Notice that every time you change gear, the car will rest at a higher speed without you pressing anything. When you're in first and you come off everything, 3 to 5 miles an hour. When you're in second and you come off everything, it will rest at 5 to 11 maybe. When you're in third and you come off everything, it will rest at about 12 to 15. Yeah? When you come off everything in fourth, it will rest at 20 miles an hour-ish without you pressing anything. When you're in fifth, maybe when you come off everything, it will rest at 24. When you come off everything in sixth, you'd rest at about 29. But you cannot go any slower than that without putting your clutch down, all right? So let's just say we're in third, okay? So you've got it into third and you've taken us right up to 45. Have I said 45? Yeah. Again, it's probably going to be screaming at you. I'm not saying that that's how fast the gear should go. It's going to be screaming at you. Yeah, you could use it up to its maximum of 45 and you can brake all on its own. Brake. But as soon as you get near the overrun, the 12 to 15, you must put the clutch down here. Otherwise you are going to stall in that gear, because this is now asking you to change down or stop. You cannot go slower. You cannot go slower in this gear. All right. So it's speed down with the foot brake, gear down. Which one are you going to be using? Do I have to stop? Have I got a closed junction? Am I going to go really, really slow? I'll go to third to first. Yeah, because I've put the clutch down here. Or I've gone speed down, clutch down in the realm here, and I'm still moving. I'm going to be turning left if it's clear second gear. Speed down, gear down to second, and then use the gear. Yeah. Fourth gear, you could maybe get it up into fourth, and then when you're actually in that gear, you could maybe take it right up to, what have I said on here, 55 I've put as a maximum. This is just me being really loosely, like, you know, it isn't, like I say, it's the maximum. It would be screaming, yeah. So you could use the gas all the way up to 55, yeah, maximum. Then you could brake all the way down, but when you're near the 20 that you've got to put the clutch down. Otherwise fourth gear is going to be like, blah, it's not my job. No, that you're in the realm of another gear. You must, you know, put the clutch down here to either stop or change down to the lower gears. Yeah. Fifth gear, I've said that you could take it all the way up to 70, yeah, because it may be your maximum gear. You could brake all the way on its own until you get to 24, and then you'd need to put the clutch down as you brake, yeah, because you'll be in stall zone. The black bit is the stall zone. Stalling central. Stalling central. The black bit is if you don't have the clutch down in the black bits, you are going to stall. Okay, sixth gear, yeah, you could take it all the way up. Oh, I haven't done it. All the way up to a maximum of 70, because we never break the speed limit, do we? Never, because it's dangerous and it's against the law. So you can take all the way up to 70 miles an hour in sixth. Yeah, that's fine. Then you can brake all on its own until you get to 29, probably, something like that. And then you must put the clutch down, because sixth gear is not capable of going underneath 29. It's close enough. I don't know what the real technical ones are, okay? But you need to shift down, yeah? Because if you brake too much and you're in that black bit, the gear will just be like, this isn't my job. What are you talking about? This isn't my job. You know, you're like, let's just say you came up to a really sharp main road to side road, really sharp left turn, yeah? Yeah, you're turning left into this ridiculously sharp turn. There's no beautiful little bendy bit. None of that nice bendy bit. You're going to need to go down, and it's incredibly sharp. Maybe there's even parked cars everywhere. If you tried to go round this in second, when it was like cars everywhere or really sharp, and you broke, and you were still in second, and you broke, and then you went underneath, you tried to go under 3 to 5 to go round here, you'd stall. Because the car would be like, this isn't my job. You're taking me far too slowly in this. How dare you? I'm not going to even bother trying to help you. How dare you try and ask me to do first gear's job? I am not going to help you. I'm going to embarrass you in front of all your friends now for trying to ask me to do something that I'm not capable of. I'm going to stall you in front of your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your friend or your mum or your family member and tell you off until you learn to treat me right and ask the relevant gears to do the job. Yeah? Each gear has got their job to do, yeah? So the way I see it, right, with first and second, like mostly, is if you are braking and you're going to do speed down, gear down, let's just say you're in fourth, yeah, and there's a traffic jam in front of you, overrun speed by braking, traffic jam in front of you, getting closer to the traffic jam, getting closer to the overrun of fourth gear, yeah, getting close to the 20 mile an hour mark. So we go braking, close to the overrun of that gear, close to the lowest point of that gear, clutch down, continue to braking. Yeah, you look at the situation. Am I still going to move? Can I metaphorically hold the car's hand and walk along with it? Yes. Okay. I'll block gear change from fourth to second, and then I'll use second because I'm still moving. Yeah? Or you're braking up to the, what did I say? Traffic jam, traffic lights. I can't even remember what I said now. But you're braking for the traffic jam or whatever I said, yeah? Braking, clutch down near the overrun, braking. Oh, I can see that it's stopped. So I block gear change to first because it's stopped. I'm no longer moving. Yeah? One more time, okay? Let's just pick sixth gear, okay? So you're driving, yeah, you've got you go right up to 70. Go right up to 70. Okay, I'm gonna hurt my arm for you. That's how much I love you guys. I'm gonna break my arm trying to. So 70, yeah? What have I said on the page that we can go down to? 29. We're on a motorway. There's a traffic jam in front of us because it's a nightmare on the motorway. I got caught in one the other day for an hour and a half. 70, braking, all on its own, braking, near to 29, which is ish the overrun of that gear, yeah? Clutch down. Now, what's the traffic jam doing? I could brake all on its own until the overrun of that gear. This is the black bit of that gear, yeah, that's the stalling point of this gear. Braking, got to the 29 bit, got to the black bit. Now the brake and the clutch are being used in the same time, yeah? And then you monitor what's happening to the traffic jam. Oh, it's gonna move again. Okay, block gear change from sixth to second, yeah? And then you use second to then go again. So you block gear change from sixth to second, okay? Or you brake all the way down, braking. I'm in the black bit, clutch down. Braking, traffic is stopping, block gear change to first gear to start again. I hope that helps someone because my student really needed that the other day. And if my student sees this, I really hope it helps you too.